So this little heart project is multiple layers. So we're going to split it up, and I'll give you the back 4. How's that? I'll take the top 4.
Yeah.
And every layer of hearts just kind of grows on each other. You see, we got a big open area. Yeah, it just kind of goes. So as you're layering it, just keep that in mind. You'll see, I like to, on a project like this, if I was painting it at home, I would sit here and number the backs of my pieces because I'm notorious for moving things around.
I feel like, especially these back pieces, like these layers kind of look a lot alike. So I would definitely number the back of them.
Either number them or lay them out in order, however you want to do it. But so when you're painting these, I think the most important thing to think about is the fact that you don't have to paint the entire layer all the way around. You're only going to see this. So these top 2 layers, I'm going to paint completely because there's a lot of overlap in the, those. But beyond that, you just really need to paint around that center heart area.
Yeah.
And then the whole back piece almost.
So what I'm going to do, especially for this back piece, because you really don't see the very back peeking through, I'm going to stain it just to give it a little something. And then also what I like to do is I'll start, if I have the stack, I'll turn them face down and then paint each layer and then stack them on top of each other. But you can never go wrong with just numbering them.
Yeah. Either way, have a system.
Yes, systems are key. I'm like looking at our little cheat sheet here, trying to see. So I think this, I'm going to do the stain. Where'd she go? Oh, there she is. The stain, and then we have the light pink going here.
So we're going to use those same techniques of, dipping into the paint, scraping off all the excess. So it almost looks like you don't have any paint on there, but I promise you there's quite a bit of paint in there. So keep going with that multiple thin coats, because if you get too much paint, it's just going to fill up your heart, and then your heart's not going to look like a heart. It's going to look like a blob, and we don't need blobs.
No,
We do not need blobs up in here. So take your time, multiple thin coats, keep it going.
And 2, if you number these, then it makes it easier where you can set them in a line and just go all the way down the line. And by the time you get back to your starting point, they'll be dry enough to where you can put that second, third layer on them.
Yep.
So there's that.
Yeah, and if you're doing it inside the pizza box, you can basically set it up so there's like 2 lines. It'll all fit inside there if the pizza box opened all the way. That's my favorite thing. Like, I literally just open that box, do my project. The other day I was trying to paint something at home, and it wasn't my Maker Box project. So it was an old project that I had that I needed to finish painting. And I was like,
Where's my box?
I don't have my pizza box.
Where's my pizza box? My favorite thing is bringing the pizza boxes to UPS.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, you brought us pizza.
It's the pizza.
I was like, it's almost as good as pizza. You just can't eat it.
Yeah, the mail lady likes them too. She's like, we call them the pizza boxes. And I'm like, well, that's appropriate.
Yeah.
That's what they are. So. I can't wait till all of our Valentine projects get released.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be doing a collection launch each month, and then a featured project every week.
Yes.
Coming up. So definitely be looking online on all of the platforms for those. And our featured project is going to be a sale when it's first launched. So we're also bringing back some featured workshops this year. So
excited.
So excited about those. We have lots of fun things planned coming up. So definitely want to be paying attention to what's going on. I'm gonna do the 36 for that next second layer.
Yes, so it's the white, then the 36, then 11, and then the dark red.
Okay. So cute.
This one is white.
Like I said, it's great because everything's going to be in this box you need to complete it, especially as shown. And you can alternate your layers around if you want.
Yeah.
If you want the red on the very top, if you want that to be, or if you're a pink girl like me and you want pink up top,
Or a blue girl like me and want blue on the top.
you go for it, move it around. But you can always get extra paints from us. Each additional color is only $1.50. And then the longer you're a Maker Box member, the more of these paints you're gonna have, because you're not gonna use them all. So it's always nice to have extra paint. So, you might have a purple sitting around from another project. You can mix that in there.
A good thing with this project too, since you aren't working with stencils or anything, you can always, once you're done painting everything, put it all together, see what it looks like, see if you like it or if there's anything you can change, and then you could just go right back over it and paint it, and really just work with it until it's something that you 100% love.
Yeah, I would say with all of our layered projects, I like to do that. And
Yeah.
a lot of times before I paint a layer, this one is, I would say, fairly simple because it's just heart after heart after heart,
Yeah.
so we know. But some of the layered projects are of jungle scenes in the background, and you're like, what am I gonna see of that? So I always like to, hold my projects up like this and be like, oh, okay, I can see that. And so right now I'm looking, I'm like, yep, everything's covered there. I like the way that looks.
Yeah.
So doing it layer by layer and then, testing it is always a good thing with the layered projects for sure.
You can't go wrong with a good test
Nope.
layer.
Nope.
Yeah,
Let's
so
do
your
this in
pink.
light pink. Nope. I'm doing the light pink. Need some little Valentine music back here.
Yeah.
I mean, I could sing for you, but I'd have to charge extra for that.
I mean, I'll sing for you too. If you ask Maddie, I'm not a good singer, but I think I'm a great singer.
I think everybody sings. I mean, I know I personally sing really good when I'm in the car with the radio up really loud. I'm like, I sound just like Adele. It's amazing.
I see that same thing happens to me when I sing in the shower, and then my dad will come bang on the door and tell me to be quiet because I just sing so good. And I'm like, oh, I know. I'm waiting for my big break. That's what I'm doing.
Oop, see, I had an outline heart over here. It's trying to sneak through.
Just trying to sneak away.
Yeah, so you can always see how far out you need to paint. A little aggressive there with that paint. I'm gonna slow down here.
I feel like I'm so aggressive when I hop. I'm like, ah.
Well, we're not on a stencil, so you can do that.
Yeah.
When you're on the stencil, you don't want to do that. Let's make sure I got all my little areas covered. If you just want to go ahead and paint the whole thing so you don't have to think about it, you go for it.
So this is the bottom half that we got so far. It's so cute. I love it. You can really see
like all the detail.
Yeah.
When I first saw it on the laser, I was like, and then you see it painted, and you're like, ah.
That's why I love seeing like the before and afters, because it's like, this piece of wood does not look like it would look cute, and then it gets finished and you're like, wow.
Okay,
that makes sense.
I see it now.
So I'm gonna go ahead and glue this bottom half. So I just like putting some little glue swirls around the corners, maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say the outside edge on a project like this is the more important part, because the inside part is just gonna nest. And if all of these hearts are not glued down, it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, like
Definitely don't waste your time going and individually putting little glue on everyone. With these, I really just get the corners and call it a day.
Yeah.
Maybe put a little bit in the center.
Yeah, I like that whole outside edge because it's gonna make like a little box.
Yeah.
Is what it looks like when it's done. So, and then the deeper down you go, the less you have to go out because it's gonna start.
Yeah, these bottom layers, that's why it took me 2 seconds to paint them.
Yeah.
Because you really do not see a lot of them.
Give this top one more coat. Feel free to take my layers.
Yeah.
Yep. That's next, and then these two.
Awesome.
Teamwork over here.
I know. I feel like we're painting them so quick. It's just flying.
I think this is a great kid project too. So
Yeah.
if you've got a kid at home that wants to paint, I think this one, and
And if you have multiple kids, even
give them
better.
all a layer.
Give them all a layer. Let them go. Let them go crazy.
But this is like one of those foolproof projects.
Yeah.
You just paint each layer and then it does the magic.
It all comes together at the end. And then if you have like a Sharpie or something at home, you could always go around and color the edges and make them all a solid color.
Or paint it all
Or paint
red
it, yeah.
if you want it all red or
Yep.
whatever you want. You know, you can paint the sides because you're going to see the sides. And each layer of paint that we do, a little bit goes over the side. So Harley will show you once she gets it all glued together. Let me go dry this top piece. So.
You can't really see it on this one because I feel like you don't go to the edges as much, but you can see some of the blue and pink on that second and third layer. And then this one, which is the finished one, we already have all the sides covered. So you don't have to do it, it just adds like a little bit of a finished touch. Completely up to you. Clean up my tape. We finished.
Yeah, it's all done.
Nice and warm.
Yeah,
On
just for
these
you.
Cold Florida days.
What is up with this
I
weather?
don't know. Somebody made Florida really mad.
So
They need to apologize.
Yeah. So that is this month's Maker Box. There's our Gotta Have It project all finished up. So if you want to do this project, you need to do that Gotta Have It level, sign of the month, and the Maker Box. So
I love it. It's so cute.
thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.